Hi, my name's John. Welcome to another Sunday night nightcap. In part one of tonight's nightcaps, I modified some engine mountings, make some aluminium spacers, so there's a little bit of turning and a little bit of threading work on them. In part two, I have a go at cutting some BSP taper threads with a limited amount of success. Eventually do get it right. I'm going to put a little bit on each week showing you how I managed to get the taper threads cut. Earlier on today, this morning, I had a run down to T's Cottage Pumping Station in Darlington. It was their sort of open day. There was some classic cars there, a lot of motorbikes, some models. I get a little bit of film of most of the things and just string them all together. It was interesting looking at these classic cars, and I used to do guarantee work on some of them, some of the old minis and that, and there was an Allegro there that brought back a lot of sort of fun memories, I suppose. The Saturday night late videos are going down quite well. My Patreon channel is doing very well indeed. My subscriptions are up to 90, just short of 92,000, so we're all going to get nearer to the 100,000. Once again, if you haven't subscribed, please do so, and also ask your friends, it is important. This is a car engine mounting. I think it's of a Volvo. It's already been modified, and what the lad wants to do is use that mounting. That's a Jag mounting, a very, very stiff, sturdy mounting. And he wants me to make spacers so that everything's at the same height. So if I measure the height of this one, it isn't going to be 100% accurate, but if we zero the vernier there and then measure this one, we need spacers at 46mm. That's simple enough, 46mm spacers. That thread there looks like 380ONF. I've got a tap for that. And the other end has to be, that's 10 by 1.5 standard metric, and I'm sure I'll be able to find two of them in there somewhere. This chuck wants stripping and cleaning. It's got a bee machine and brass, and there's bits of brass stuck inside the screws. It's all horrible and notchy. Airline's probably the best way to do it. Chuck only goes together one way. It's got numbers on it. Number 1. That's number 1. Turn it round until the start of the scroll, which is there. Then number 2. Then number 3. Much better. I'll put a test piece in there and see how accurate the chuck is running, because it is adjustable. I've got something that's nice and round and straight. We'll just check that the chuck is running true. Tighten on the master jaw. It certainly looks good. I'll put a clock on it just to make sure. It's running within 3 to 4 thou. I can get better than that. If we loosen the mounting bolts off just a little bit. Because the chuck is a little bit of movement between the back plate and the chuck, so I can tweak it in. Right, and if we simply find the highest point on it, which is there, again highest point. Right, that's pretty well spot on there, so we'll tighten these up. I've done this with a few chucks on different layers and I've not ever had a problem, so it might not be tool room practice, but this isn't a tool room. It's what I piss about. Right, that's absolutely blob on, perfect on that diameter. But I must admit the chuck is good on its full range once it's set. There's a fair amount of those jaws sticking out, but it's still got plenty to grip on. I'm quite happy to do it that way. A lot of overhang on here. There's quite a lot of overhang on this bar. All I need to do is face the end, drill it and tap it, and I'm sure I'll be able to manage that without putting the fix steady in if I'm nice and careful with it. Just about there. It doesn't matter about the idea of it, it's just a, like you see, it's just an engine mounting. If we were going to machine that part of the bar, I would put a centre in there, but we need to tap it 8.5 because that's just tap and drill for 380 ONF, and it's the same size tap and drill for 10mm, which is rather lucky, I suppose. Put it steady in just so it can part this off to 46mm. Right, we've got a little bit of a wobble going on here, which is not good. We need a nice clean cut. That's better. back it off a little bit so it's still in the hole but it's not putting any load on. Just about through now. Then we'll drill and tap this side the same and then parting that piece off. Right, we need 3mm off this to make it the correct length, which was 46. Right, next thing is to tap this 10mm in for a depth of 20. I thought that would happen. I'll take it out, I'll put it in the vase and I'll tap it in the vase. As long as the tap started straight, that's all I'm really interested in. Which it is. Right, I've run the tap through it. I'm just going to chamfer the edges now, take the sharp edges off. You always take sharp edges off, it's safer, it looks better as well, looks like somebody cares. Basically the finished item. I've got a high tensile bolt which I'll screw in there and just cut off the length and put a nice chamfer on the end, and that's his engine mounting done. We'll just check the height on it. 86, and I'm sure the other one was 86.